Today's topic is trust. What is trust? Believing in something without evidence of it occurring. Positive thinking. Optimism in the face of bleak outlooks. Another definition is the firm belief in reliability, truth, ability, or strength, or someone or something. This definition may be difficult to practice in times of uncertainty, trouble, and despair. Proverbs 3 verses 5 and 6 says we are to trust in the Lord with all our hearts, lean not to our own understanding, and acknowledge Him in all our ways, because He will make our path straight. Practicing these scripture verses may be challenging. We meditate on it and continue to apply it to our daily lives. We realize we are not in control. God is. If we stay close to Him, He will certainly stay close to us, directing our path, leading, guiding, and protecting us in the most challenging of life situations. A great example of someone in the Bible having trust in God was Abraham. Abraham, the first of the patriarchs in the Bible, was called by God to leave Ur of the Chaldees and come to the land of Canaan. Genesis 12 verses 1 through 4 tells us what God promised to Abraham. He told Abraham to go to a land that I will show you. He would make Abraham a great nation, bless him, make his name great, that he would be a blessing. He also told Abraham that he would bless those that blessed him and curse those that cursed him, and in him all the families of the earth would be blessed. It can be speculated whether Abraham was a believer in God at this time in his life. What we do know is that he was obedient to God's instruction, which also indicates trust and obedience. Abraham was 75 years old when he left Haran. Granted, most men today would be thinking about retirement if they were not already retired. During Abraham's time, people lived a lot longer than they do today. Before we talk more about Abraham, it is important to mention that trust does not indicate that one's actions will always be without some level of fear or anxiety, depending on situations that occur. Abraham went to the land of Canaan, taking his wife Sarah and his nephew Lot and all their possessions. God appeared unto Abraham, told him that he would give the land of Canaan to Abraham's seed. Abraham continued to go south to sojourn in Egypt because there was a great famine. As he neared Egypt, he was fearful because Sarah, his wife, was very beautiful. He feared that the Egyptians would kill him because of her and keep her alive. He instructed her to tell the Egyptians that she was his sister so that he would not be killed. Things transpired as Abraham thought they would. Pharaoh took Sarah into his house. Pharaoh treated Abraham well by giving him sheep, oxen, donkeys, camels, men servants, and maidservants. The Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. It is assumed from the text that Sarah told Pharaoh she was Abraham's wife because Pharaoh asked Abraham why he did not tell him Sarah was his wife. Pharaoh told Abraham to take his wife with all his possessions and leave. Abraham complied. What can we learn from this narrative about trust? First, sometimes trust can fail us because of fear and anxiety. God gave Abraham the promises. Because God gave Abraham the promises, he should have known that God would provide for him even in the face of uncertainty. Second, Abraham told Sarah to lie because of his fear. She was obedient to her husband. Third, Abraham tried to fix the situation himself. God did not need his help. Fourth, God protected Abraham and Sarah in his own way. God plagued Pharaoh and his household. The text tells us Pharaoh was not able to have Sarah as his wife. Pharaoh also commanded his men to send Abraham his wife and all that he had away. Therefore, no one was hurt. Lessons learned about trust. When God promises us something, it will always come to pass. We should not fear, because God will always make a way for us to receive what He has promised. We should not try to fix the situation ourselves.